Hey guys, what is up? Welcome to this random video. I never know what to do when I start off these videos. But, we got tagged in the Pokemon tag. So that's cool. Took you guys long enough. So basically, all it is just going through a couple of questions. I believe there's 28, and by I believe, I mean I know. Yeah, it's pretty cool, and I enjoy it. So I'm just making sure I have all the necessary components for this before I start. I probably should have done that before I started. Alright, well, the first question is, what is your favorite Pokemon type? And oh my lord, I gotta say, it's a really big toss-up between Fairy and Ghost. It used to be Ghost and Dark, and the reason for that is because they were just, like, perfectly defensively. But with the addition of Fairy, I was like, I don't really, no. And plus, when I was really looking through the Dark type, there wasn't that many Dark types that I really liked. I was like, you know what, I guess I don't really love the Dark type, I could probably deal with the Ghost type, because I really do love most of the Ghost Pokemon out there. Select few I don't like, most notably, what is it? Oh man, I don't even remember. It's so hard to remember what I don't like. I don't like Dusknoir at all. I really don't. It's just, I usually judge it based on competitive stuff or just design and stuff. I just think Dusknoir is just so terrible. Its stats are horrible. Its design is meh. It's okay. Yeah, base 135 defenses isn't that bad, but it can't do anything back. It's pretty bland, So yeah, I mean that's pretty much the only one. I have a reason to like everything else. So yeah, I really like the Ghost and Fairy type. Fairy, I really like that addition. Immune to Dragon, a lot of Pokemon got retconned to be Fairy, and a lot of them are really cool. Definitely one of my favorite Fairy types is Togekiss. I love Togekiss since like 4th gen. Definitely one of my favorite types. So, moving on, what's my favorite region? Gotta be Hoenn. That's the game that actually got me back into playing Pokemon, and I just really love all the areas, like Fortree and Rustboro is pretty cool. I can't even remember it. Oh my god, why can I not remember the name? The one where Flannery is in? Lava Ridge. Yes, I love Lava Ridge. Is it Lava Ridge? Now I don't even remember. Oh, that's not good. But I definitely love that region. It's definitely a cool region. Yeah. So what Pokemon games do I own? I'm going to just grab the games that I have right now. I keep them in a Club Nintendo card case, so I can show that off now. These are all my 3DS carts. So it's Boo. And I have more in another case, so I'll just show you now. Right now, I only have Alpha Sapphire, Omega Ruby, and Pokemon X, and as you can see, kind of, oh, it's hard to do this on camera. This is where Omega Ruby would be, but it's in my DS right now, and then, X. Yeah, I had Y at some point, but I didn't need it anymore. I never really played Do. And then this is my DS case, Bowser. I got these two from Club Nintendo just I guess a month ago. And in here I have Heart Gold, Platinum, Black 2, and Conquest. Oh my god, I love Conquest. Conquest is definitely one of the best games I have ever played. It is a really good game, and if you like Fire Emblem and you like Pokemon, you should play it. It's really good. Any Wii U games that I have, or Wii games in general, I don't think so. I've definitely had, at least one game at some point. I know I had Battle Revolution. I loved Battle Revolution. I can't wait for them to remake that. Seriously, I loved Battle Revolution. Story, I didn't play. I also had like the Coliseum ones, I believe, or what was it? The one where you can like... Wait, it's on my wall. Yeah, Coliseum. Yeah, you can see it right behind. It's right there. There's a poster. Yeah, I had that game. I liked that game. I didn't like the story, but I like the 3D arena type things. You know what I'm saying? I really do like that. Oop, what did I do? I knocked the screen over. Alright, so yeah, in the games, what gender do you normally play as? Male. The only time I didn't was, I want to say it was Heart Gold. maybe, no, it was Black 2. I played as a girl and I named myself Crystal because I was reading the manga, or the manga, whatever. And you know how, like, red is the battler and, like, green is the breeder, I think, and then Crystal's like the catcher. So I was using that version to complete a living Pokedex, so I just decided, hey, it makes sense if I named myself after that. So that was the only time. But yeah, I usually play as a guy. Don't know why I wouldn't. How many seen in the Pokedex of your last game? I actually did not plan for this, but I have the DS right here and it's on already. Seen 686, caught... Oh, wait. That's the next question. So, seen, I have 686. The next question is, how many do you own? And that's 676. But on my X version, I actually have a complete living Pokedex. It's actually in the bank right now, so I have to transfer that over. I actually did transfer it over. That's right. I did transfer it over, but I needed some trade fodder at some point, so a lot of the first evolutions are gone, so I have to rebreed for that. But yeah, I like keeping living decks. I've had one since Black 2. I just need to redo it so I can have the actual living decks. I think it's pretty cool. I think so. So a lot of seen and caught there, mainly because I already had the living decks, and that's why I bought Bank, so I can just transfer it over. Alright, so do you even like Pokemon? Who came up with this question? Seriously. No, I hate it. It's the worst thing in the world. The next question is, do you collect the trading cards? And the question after that is, if you do have them, do you play the game or do you just collect? And for me, it's really just collecting. I've got basically... I just like the cards because they're cool. If you were here, you know, I can grab this right now. You know that I got the Phantom Forces Elite Trainer box. So I got a lot of cards from that, and I was shooting for a Mega Gengar, but that didn't happen. But mainly what I've been trying to do, and I just can't get myself to pay for cards online and shipping and stuff like that. I just want to grab like some of my favorite Pokemon and just get cards for them, you know. This is the deck I have right now. It's not a deck, it's just literally a stack of cards. And I have these, it's really funny. I'm going to show you the first card. The first card is Ghastly, right? Oh my god. Oh god, that brightness, that is not good. How am I going to stop that? Oh man, I could do this real quick, I guess. Oh, I don't know. But that's Ghastly right there. And the funny thing is, and I have a Shuckle on the other side, if you can see right where my finger is, it's going to be hard to see. Kind of hard to see. Wait, don't look at my face. No, it's not going to focus. I don't have autofocus on. What was I thinking? It's hard to see, but these are protectors for some reason for Ty Beanie Babies. I don't really know if there are cards or something to go with that, but I found these in my room when I was cleaning, and I figured it'd be a good place to put the cards in. But the thing is I lost the rest of the pile, so I don't have extras, so I decided to just double side them, because, you know, obviously I'm not playing, so I don't really need to care about that. It's just very weird. So it's just random collections. I want to get like the top evolutions for everything, but you know, I've got like Girder, it's kind of hard to see. I've got Golbat, and I'll show you because there's another question later. I got Noibat, I got a holographic Wobbuffet, I got Bunnelby and Sliggoo, Boldor, and a really cool designed Escavalier. I really like that design. It is so cool. Holographic, you can't really tell because of the reflection. Gourgeist, and this next one's really one of my favorite cards I've ever gotten. Holographic Druddigon, look at that. That is so cool. Oh, there's the Glaregon. Oh my god, look at how cool that design is. Really, really cool. I've got Excadrill and Zoroark. These are actually from, there's like a Learn How to Play deck thing. I got a Pyro, which I actually got from X-Ray's Ovation. Whoa. He didn't sign it, though. That's good, though. It's good. I didn't want to decrease the value. And X-Blad. I was really happy about this X-Blad. It was really cool looking. Holographic Talonflame. Holographic Murkrow. Frillish. Japanese Rhydon. I want to get English ones because I like reading the text. Holographic Clefairy. And Scrafty is not holographic, but I really like Scrafty. I got this really awesome designed Helioptile. I really like that background. And again, really awesome Golurk. Skrillp, and there's no back. Shroomish, and then the next few, I mean, I like Aegislash, so I got this, but I got this actually at my my second regionals. So this is really cool. So it's not just because it's one of my favorites. It's actually pretty cool because it's my second regionals. And it's like, I don't know if I wouldn't say it's exclusive to that, but it does have that little. It's hard to make out because my camera won't focus on it. But it says Trading Card Game Championships Regional. But I was there for video game. And then this was for my first regionals ever. Holographic. Did I say Charizard? No. Holographic Salamence, and unfortunately, this didn't make it to the card sleeves in time. So it's like you won't be able to see it. There's like bumps on the top. It's like creased and stuff. And then this is my only EX ever. And if you saw the Phantom Force Elite Trainer box opening, you would have seen this. I love fairy types, so I was very glad to get this. It's definitely not one of my favorite fairy types at all, but I do like it a lot. It's not even in my top 10 favorite fairy types, but I do like fairy types, so I'm fine with that. And these cards actually, like these specifically, hold like some meaning to me because I had a friend in, what was it, first grade? Yeah. He had a lot of cards, and before he moved away to Japan, he actually gave me a whole box, and those are from the box, so those are pretty cool. I'm definitely eventually going to get like a holographic Shuckle and a holographic Gengar. I don't want the Mega Gengar. I actually really like the design on the regular Gengar EX, but these will also stay in the pile because they're also pretty important. But yeah, so those are the cards that I own. I have a lot more, but those are the better ones, you know what I'm saying? Do you draw Pokemon? Now, I was gonna draw something for this, but I don't. I can't draw. Funny story about that. I was at one point a dual major in music industry and graphic design, and I dropped because a lot of it was drawing, and I really did not like drawing, and it was just like, draw this, draw that, and then I draw, you know, what I want and what I would think was right, and then the teacher would be like, well, you know, I would prefer if you did this, and I hated it. I hated it so much. So who is your favorite Pokemon? Gengar and Shuckle. Gengar's like the competitive favorite, and Shuckle's like the fun favorite. And the next question is like, what's your second favorite? I'm just gonna do this right now. I'm gonna add a media file to this. All right, you're gonna just stand with me real quick. I should have done this before, but you know what? I don't care. I don't care. Where is it? Desktop background. There we go. Okay, it just popped up on the screen. This is my favorite Pokemon list. I was bored the other day. I was really sick. And I decided to make this. I made this all from scratch. It's very fun. I tried to figure out a way where I could highlight the top 6, but that didn't really work. So I'll just go over this because I think it's cool. I like it. I spent time on this. So it's kind of sort of organized. It's organized by type, which is the column, and the row is the generation. But any place where you see a Pokemon that doesn't exist in that generation or wasn't introduced in that generation, it's because there's nothing else in that generation that I like, and I had another favorite, so I just put it there. So my favorite bug type in Gen 1 was Scyther. I really like Scyther. It's a really cool design. There are absolutely no dark types in Gen 1, so that Zoroark came there because I really wanted Scrafty as my favorite in Gen 5, and that's why I put there. There's just like a whole lot of trial and error of trying to get all my favorites in here. It was very difficult because, you know, like Scrafty's obviously dark fighting. So if I wanted Zoroark, who's only pure dark, I had to put Zoroark there and then look at fighting. But then I was like, I really like Conkeldurr, but that's pure fighting, so what do I do about Scrafty? So it was just so much fun to just try and figure that out. But yeah, as you can see, these are definitely my top favorite. I wanted to put Politoed in there, all the way on the right, but I saw Octillery, and I was like, I love Octillery. Oh my lord, do I love Octillery. It's just such a cool design. An octopus cannon named Octillery. Artillery, it's just awesome. But as you can see, I really don't like ice types at all. I've put Kecleon there because I really like Kecleon. But I was a little worried because it's not technically an ice type. So I looked it up. It gets Protean, obviously, and it does get Ice Punch, so it can theoretically become an ice type. So there we go. That worked for me. So I kind of cheated a bit with Kecleon, but as you can see, there's only really 3 ice types that I like. I like Lapras. I hate using it in battle because it's pretty damn bad. But I do like Lapras. I like Sneasel. I've used it before, and it's actually not that bad. And I love Frostlass, but otherwise, I don't really like any other ice types. It's kind of hard to like ice types for me. Same thing with Bug and Steel, in a way. I couldn't find another Steel that I liked, and I couldn't find another Bug that I liked. But this is all of the guys that I like, Mega Evolutions and Pre-Evolutions included. I'm not a big fan of liking Pre-Evolutions because you generally cannot use them in battle. So whenever you see a Pre-Evolution, it's either because I like that line and I didn't have another option, as in, you know, like Sneasel and Weevil, or I've actually used the Pokemon before and I do like them, as in Murkrow or Scyther. I don't like Honchkrow, believe it or not. I really don't. And if you see a Mega Evolution, that's because I prefer that design over the original. So, like, I'm looking right at Arcanine. I'm looking right at Houndoom right now. I love Houndoom, but I like its Mega design so much better than its other design. I just love it. But yeah, so that's the list. Take your leisure. I'm not going to go over every single thing there. You will notice that I have a lot of Rotom forms there. Rotom is awesome, and it really fills in a lot of the spots, because in Gen 4, I really did not like Gen 4. So there's a lot of Pokemon there that are Rotom. A lot of them. It's actually 1/6 Rotom, I think. Is that right? There's 18 types. Yeah, it's 1/6 Rotom in Gen 4. So I thought that was pretty funny. But yeah, so that's my list of favorite Pokemon. I don't think there's anything on here that I missed. And I think at some point, I'll at least go over the top 6. So number 1 is Gengar and Shuckle. They're tied because my list is generally competitive, so I didn't want to put Shuckle on that, so I tied it with first. Number 2 is actually Aromatisse. I have learned to love Aromatisse this gen. Love it, love it, love it. Number 3, Smeargle. I hate Dark Void Smeargle, but I love Smeargle in general. Number 4 is kind of hard. It was a little tricky. I would say number 4 would be Charizard. It's good old classic. Just overall really awesome. Number 5. Ooh, that's a difficult one. Number 5. I really don't know. I didn't really think of this when I came in here. Number 5. Oh, this is gonna bother me. I'd say it's Togekiss. Togekiss is definitely number 5. Yeah, we're gonna go with that. And number 6 is Cresselia. I have to. I love Cresselia. So that actually ties into the next question, which is, who's your favorite legendary? And that, my friends, is Cresselia. But as you can see on the list that I still have above, there are still some others that I like. I like Heatran a lot. I like its design. I really like Regigigas, and I also like Landorus. I prefer its Therian form because I just think that's pretty cool. I also like Zapdos a lot. Out of the 3 birds, Zapdos is definitely my favorite. So let's just move on to the rest of these questions, because that probably took like the whole video there. Do you know what number 493 in the National Dex is? I did not before I watched Still Just Mike's video, who tagged me. but it's actually Arceus, so that's kind of cool. Random question, I don't know why. Question next is, would you rather have a Meowth or a Growlithe? Now, back and forth gen, I probably would have said Meowth, because I always thought that Technician Persian was actually pretty cool. But it's really not that good. And I do actually really like Arcanine, so I would go with Growlithe. So do you have any relatives play Pokemon? Kind of. My cousin just got a 3DS, and he's playing it, but he's only playing like really for the story. He doesn't play it like I do, so kind of in a way. Yeah. How often do you think? Yeah, pretty much all the time do I think about this stuff. Gets me through the day. And do you hide the fact? Oh, I should read the questions you guys. Well, I mean, the questions will be in the description below, but and you guys can feel free to answer them as well. But do you hide the fact that you like Pokemon from your real friends? No. Oh my God, no. When I was an RA in college and I started my YouTube channel when we were training, and I was telling everyone, and they're all like cheering me on, and they'd watch my videos and stuff. So it was really cool. So I do not hide it from anyone at all. I will, like, if I'm talking to you and you ask me like something like, "What's your favorite?" I'd be like, what? And it's more not that I'm like embarrassed about it. It's more like I don't want to talk and just have you bored because you have no idea what the hell I was talking about. Someone once asked me what team I was bringing to a tournament, and I was just like, is she gonna understand what I'm saying? Because I don't understand. So I just like kind of said, oh, some good stuff. It's just weird. I don't want to bore people. Yeah. What pets do you have that resemble Pokemon? None. I have a dog. I guess. Kind of looks like a Poochyena, I guess? I don't know. That's a stupid question. What Pokemon do you hate the most? Liepard? Oh my lord, do I hate Liepard. No, I don't know. I mean, I really hate what they use it for, but there's other reasons why it's pretty cool. What do I hate the most? I don't think I can say I hate one thing specifically more than anything else. I dislike a lot of things, but I can't say I hate something. Yeah, no, I probably Delibird. No, I don't even hate that. It's got a cool design. I don't know. I don't think there's anything that I specifically hate. If anything, it would be the way people use Liepard and Dark Void. But Dark Void's not a Pokemon, so I don't think that counts. What's next? Which evolution do you like the best? Ooh, Umbreon. As you can tell from the list that I showed before, Umbreon's my favorite evolution. It's actually the only evolution to make my list now that I'm looking at it. I really don't like Flareon, so that's definitely not even close. Espeon's pretty cool, but it's kind of not bulky. So I don't know. I like bulky things. If you looked at the list, you'd notice that almost all of them are bulky in some sort of way. You know, the bulkiest, it goes from the bulkiest like Shed Ninja to the non-bulkiest like Rhyperior. Oh wait, no, I did that backwards. Or did I? No, I did do that backwards on purpose, but it's fine. The next question is, which Castform form is the best? I have to look it up because I forgot what it looks like. I want to say Sunny. I think Sunny is the coolest looking one. No, I like Snowy the best. That Snowy is cool. Snowy is cool, but it's so useless. It's just so useless. Why did they make it so useless? They needed to make a sand one too. That would be pretty cool. Which does Deoxys form? I gotta say defense. I like defense. I was gonna say speed, but then I remembered defense is really cool looking. Looks like a robot body. I like it. I don't know. Articuno, Zapdos, or Moltres? I gotta go with Zapdos. Not only does he have the type advantage over all of them, yeah, out of all of them, it's just cooler. You know, he's not burned by stealth rocks. And he's got a lot more uses. Lugia or Ho-Oh? I gotta say Ho-Oh. I don't really like Lugia's design. Are those wings? Are those hands? What are they? Guys, it's 2015. We gotta figure this out, right? Hands or wings? Come on, Game Freak. Just let us know. And which two people will you tag? Oh man, I want to do people that upload. So this is gonna be kind of interesting. I'm going to go through my list. I didn't think of this, and I don't want to tag people who've already done it, So I think, you know, I don't know if he's done it before, so I'm going to tag the Twerkle. Twerkle, I don't know, is that what your YouTube channel's called? Twerkle. Yes, it's just Twerkle. It's not the Twerkle. Twerkle. Oh my lord. I'm going to tag him, and I'm going to tag Juancito Marvel, because I know he needs to upload, and we're going to get this going. Yeah, so that's that. Feel free to answer these questions yourself in the description. Feel free to tell me what's wrong with my list. I was just bored. It's my desktop background. It's really nice looking. I'm looking at it right now. I'm looking up even though my computer's right here. That's because I have a HDMI cord right out into a TV, and it just looks gorgeous. I love it. I'm trying to think, you know, maybe I could just put a gold outline around my top 6. I tried to do it behind, but then it kind of, the way I did it, you can see the rest of the Pokemon. So it wasn't very useful. But I think if I put it on top, if I do it well enough, yeah, that's what we're going to do, guys. That's what we're going to do. Alright, well, thank you guys so much for watching. I really do appreciate it, and I hope to see you guys at the next episode. Peace.